is a testament to the collective support of countless individuals, many of whom are here today. I want to express our gratitude. We, the university, want to express our gratitude to the federal delegates and the state leaders in the audience for their steadfast support and their presence here today. Among those that are in the audience, I'm going to recognize the ones that I know are here. Senator Verdon, Senator Jackson, Mayor Rickeman, Senator Isaac Devine, Senator Tom Young, Representative Erickson, and Representative Tim McGinnis. I want to thank those for taking the time out of a very busy legislative calendar to be here. So thank you, those legislators. I also want to thank our Board of Trustees, the University of South Carolina Board of Trustees, and our president, Michael Amaritas, for their support of our school's growth, School of Medicine Columbia's growth, and its impact. Your unwavering trust and competence has been invaluable. As we begin today, it's my great honor to invite President of the University of South Carolina, Dr. Michael Amaritas, to come to the podium.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. This day has been a long time coming, and we are very excited to celebrate this occasion with all of you. The University of South Carolina School of Medicine fulfills a critical role in preparing our state's future physicians and other healthcare providers. At our medical school campuses in both Columbia and Greenville, we're continually striving to provide the best educational resources and facilities in service to our students and in service to the citizens of this state. The modern new building you will see taking place on this site, and I wish it would be ready in a couple of months, but as you know, it takes a little bit longer. But as it's taking shape, you will not only provide a state-of-the-art facility for education and research, it will be more than this. It will be the first step in the development of our comprehensive health sciences campus right here in the Bull Street district. And it will bring our School of Medicine closer to the heart of the campus and to all of our other health sciences programs and the resources that we have at the main campus, ensuring that we will provide the best education for all of our students that they are in the health sciences. Our next steps will be equally exciting. We hope that we will receive the support of the state to establish a new neurological facility and a rehabilitation center on this campus to expand the ways we are improving healthcare outcomes for all South Carolinians. But today is about celebrating the School of Medicine and the tremendous efforts that have made this day possible. I want to recognize a few of the people whose foresight, planning, creativity, and wisdom that have led us to this moment. First, I would like to thank former Board of Trustees member, Dr. Edward Floyd, whose long-standing leadership and commitment to the field of medicine provided the impetus for this project. Dr. Floyd, thank you. I would also like to recognize another physician on our board, Trustee Don Smith, for his visionary leadership and diligence in shepherding this project and ensuring that we would have the necessary funding to make it a reality. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Smith. My predecessor, President Pastidis, was also instrumental in moving this project steadily forward during his 11 years as the leader of our university. We're also grateful to Mr. Bob Hughes. You will hear from Bob in a few minutes. His expansive vision for the Bull Street district is transforming a neglected property into a thriving destination in the heart of the city. And his donation of the 16 acres that we receive for the home of our medical campus will forever transform our university and the opportunities we can deliver to our students. How can we do it faster? How can we do it faster? And when are we going to be completed? And of course, we would not be celebrating this day without the outstanding leadership of Governor Harry McMaster, who has been steadfast in recognizing the far-reaching impact of this project, as well as the House Speaker, Merrill Smith, and the Senate President, Thomas Alexander, who could not be here today and who were instrumental also in garnering financial support from the General Assembly. As Demosthenes said to the Athenians 24 centuries ago, without money, nothing can be done. Some things never change. Nothing could be done without the money from the General Assembly. There are also many others whose collaboration helped to cement the partnerships that lead to today's groundbreaking. This includes the members of our local delegations, as well as the South Carolina-based businesses who are engaged in the design, development, and construction of these projects. I want to thank you all for your enthusiastic support of our School of Medicine, our university, our city, and our great state. And once again, I want to thank you for being here today. I really cannot wait until we start digging, although this is not going to help even making 1 or 2 days earlier. So, Derek, we have to try to find a couple of days. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would like now to ask Mr. Thad Westbrook, Esquire, Chair of the University Board of Trustees, to speak on behalf of the board. Mr. Chairman.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Dean Harmon, and thank you for your leadership at the Med School. Today, we break ground to construct a bold, modern home for the School of Medicine in Columbia, where cutting-edge facilities and equipment will prepare USC medical students for the future of healthcare. But we were only able to carry out this project because of strong partnerships. The University of South Carolina School of Medicine has come a long way since we first struggled with the creation of a med school in the late 19th century, when funding and political turmoil upended the university's initial effort to establish a med school for the benefit of the entire state. A century later, the university, in partnership with state leaders, established its med school in Columbia and has operated continuously since 1977 to help meet the need for more physicians in our state. Leaders in the state have had a vision for addressing the healthcare needs of our citizens by partnering with the University of South Carolina for many years to help address physician shortages. We would not have a med school in Columbia, a med school in Greenville, a regional campus in Florence, or a new med school building here without the support of our partners in state government. Today, the University of South Carolina is successfully producing the physicians our state needs through our partnership with state government. We are especially grateful to Governor McMaster for supporting medical education throughout the state of South Carolina and at the university. He has been steadfast in his desire to see health care improve for all South Carolinians. Leaders in the South Carolina General Assembly have had the vision to appropriate funds for this facility and others here at the University of South Carolina that improve the quality of life for our state citizens. We're grateful to Senator Thomas Alexander, President of the Senate, and the members of the South Carolina Senate for their leadership in helping the university expand medical education in South Carolina. We could not do this without them. We are very grateful to the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Merrill Smith, and members of the House for taking the lead in funding medical education and this new med school building here in Columbia. I've enjoyed conversations with Speaker Smith and House Ways and Means Chairman Bruce Bannister regarding their vision for access to great health care for all South Carolinians, and know they both want to see South Carolina be a leader in the health sciences. Because of all these state leaders have a vision for the School of Medicine in Columbia, understanding its value to all of South Carolina, they've made it possible for the university to save millions of dollars in financing costs while completing this project. As President Amaritas noted earlier, other partners on this project include the Board of Trustees, the university's executive leadership, and the faculty of the School of Medicine. Altogether, these partners enable the University of South Carolina to lead the state in the health sciences and enable USC to fulfill its mission to help build a future for our state that will be more bright and vibrant for everyone. Thank you all for being here today. Thank you for your support of the university. And thank you for partnering with the university to make possible a healthier and more prosperous future for South Carolina.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It's always interesting when you have to introduce somebody that clearly doesn't need an introduction. So I'm going to introduce, whether he needs it or not, our governor, our chief executive officer, my friend, Governor Henry McMaster.
Thank you. Glad to see everybody. A beautiful South Carolina day. I first met Michael Amaritis in 2011, and I couldn't understand him then, and I still can't understand half of the words he says. But I know they're real good. A little quick story. There was a fellow that the mama went back to the back bedroom in her house where her son was asleep Sunday morning. She said, "Son, time to get up and go to church." He said, "I ain't gonna go." Said, "Son, you got to get up and go to church." He says, "I'm not going to go, and I'll give you 2 reasons why I'm not going to go to church." He says, "What are they?" He said, "Well, number 1, I don't like them, and number 2, they don't like me." She said, "Well, son, I'll give you 2 reasons why you got to go to church. Number 1, you're 39 years old. Number 2, you're the preacher. So get up and go to work." Ladies and gentlemen, Anna got up and went to work a lot of years ago. And in the last few years, we've really gotten up and gone to work. And people all over the world want to come to South Carolina, all over the world. And it's always because of the people. And that's what I'm looking at, and that's what you're looking at right now, is the people. Earlier today, Walter Edgar and Neela Edgar were in my office looking at the history book that some of you have read, at least parts of. Also the encyclopedia. I know Dan Rickman's read the whole thing about the history of Columbia, the history of our state. But he pointed out, and she pointed out, the greatness of our people. It's all about the people. They pointed out, as mentioned in that book and also in Patriots and Redcoats, I think is the name of that one, that it was the people of South Carolina that won the Revolutionary War. That is, when the British could not defeat the Patriots, who wouldn't stand and fight, but would hide behind trees and assault when they weren't expected, and would not quit. They would not quit. That is when, after Kings Mountain and Cowpens, that's when Lord Cornwallis, after the biggest defeat of anybody of the Patriots in that war in Camden, where over 1,000 young men, some 14 years old, left dead right there on the battlefield, Cornwallis said, "We can't win. The Southern campaign is over. The war is over." And they went back on up, and that was the end of the war. Well, those same people, the same crucible of people, the same challenges, the same defeats, the same victories that they faced all those years, and that includes people, the Native Americans who were already here, the Europeans who came over, and the West Africans who were brought over, all working all those years, making things happen. That was the crucible in which our people were built. And those are the same people that are taking this step today to be sure that our people in this state are safe, healthy, and have every opportunity, every door open to them. And this facility for our people is going to be a bright, shining beacon, as great as the Mills building, the asylum that was built in 1825, I think, was either the first or second in the country for our people. This will be the beginning of such an achievement as that. So I'm happy to be here among you. I'm proud of South Carolina. I'm proud of our people, none more so than my cousin Eddie Floyd, who has done more for more people and said less about it than just about anybody. But I'm proud of our people. And I look forward to the day that we can look back on this great day. And I also look forward to the moment when the children of South Carolina understand that this is the best place in the world to live, work, and raise a family. And we're making that happen, and I thank you.
Thank you, Governor. Thank you very much. You heard President Amaritas mention that we had 2 state legislators that were on the calendar to speak next. Both of them have obligations that command a higher duty. Senator Tom Alexander, I will give you a brief comment that I was with Senator Alexander 2 years ago this month, February, at a national conference in Washington, D.C., where he was recognized for his service among all state legislators in the country as outstanding government service at the state level on behalf of healthcare issues by the American Medical Association. I was there, and he was recognized nationally, so quite an honor for a small but impactful state. And the other speaker was Representative Speaker of the House, Merle Smith. Merle has indirectly helped me be here with his family member, his dad, Dr. G. Merle Smith in Sumter, having taught me in medical school as an intern how to start an IV. Now, who'd have seen that coming 50 years ago? But that Merle Smith family, that Tom Alexander family has been part of the reason all of us are here today, and they're very respectful of that. I would like to ask right now Mr. Robert Hughes to come to the podium and give us a perspective from this area that we're in right now in the Bull Street District. Mr. Hughes?
Thank you. I believe those 2 legislators who didn't show up have heard me speak before. So good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here on this momentous occasion. 10 years ago last month, this neighborhood, which was one of the first states to start a mental health care system, this neighborhood had its first groundbreaking for the new Bull Street District. Segra Park marked the beginning of a new chapter, a new place for gathering, living, and celebrating. And today, we celebrate yet another new chapter, a project that will launch the future of healthcare and education, not just in Columbia, but around the world. Bull Street now becomes a place where the next generation of healthcare professionals will learn, innovate, and care for others. The medical school is much more than just a building. It is a symbol of resilience and progress that reflects our shared commitment to meeting the challenges of tomorrow and leading in the meeting of those challenges. What makes this project even more meaningful is its timing. This is one of the first medical schools designed and built with the lessons of COVID-19 in mind. Those dark few years have shown us how critical the fields of medicine and public health are to every aspect of our lives. This school will prepare our future physicians and researchers to approach healthcare with modern insights and a new vision. As the developer of Bull Street, we're honored to have our role in this important new frontier. We eagerly look forward to seeing how this new campus will contribute to a stronger and healthier community, state, and world. This milestone reflects the vision we had for Bull Street, a place where innovation and collaboration thrive and where people come together to build something extraordinary. I want to extend my heartfelt thanks to President Amaritas, CFO Ed Walton, the current and former board members who introduced this idea, who shepherded this idea first through our hesitation and then through all the other challenges and hurdles. Dean Harmon, well, thank you, and the many others whose hard work has brought us to this day. Your dedication to this project will leave a profound legacy. We're also deeply grateful to the Department of Mental Health and to the City of Columbia and all our partners who have supported Bull Street's rebirth and purpose from the beginning. To the students who will one day walk these halls, you are the reason we're here. This campus is being built to empower you, to give you the tools, knowledge, and inspiration to make a difference in healing the world. You are the future, and this groundbreaking is for you. So today, we are breaking ground not just for a building, but for a healthier future. And by working together, we are creating a legacy that will shape lives and improve health for generations to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hughes. I would now ask Dr. Marlene Wilson, who is chair of the Department of Pharmacology, Physiology, and Neuroscience at our School of Medicine, Columbia, to provide remarks on behalf of our faculty and our staff, all of whom are remarkable. Marlene?
Thank you. So, good afternoon, everyone. It is an honor to stand in front of you today as we mark this historic milestone for the USC School of Medicine, Columbia. I want to first extend my deepest gratitude to the university, the Board of Trustees, and the state of South Carolina for your support and your appreciation of our achievements. Your investment in our remarkable faculty, staff, and students is an investment in the future of healthcare in our state and beyond. And perhaps now, our neighbors will finally stop asking us if we commute to Charleston every day. For more than 35 years at USC School of Medicine, I have witnessed remarkable growth. Our faculty of distinguished educators and internationally recognized research scientists are training the next generation of physicians, as well as preparing highly trained healthcare professionals, researchers, and scholars. This new facility will expand our ability to train much-needed physician assistants, nurse anesthetists, genetic counselors, and rehabilitation specialists who are vital to communities throughout South Carolina. It will elevate our internationally recognized research programs in brain disorders, cardiovascular disease, and immunology, while allowing us to recruit top-tier scientists, expand our training programs, and secure additional research funding. The School of Medicine was forged and persists through a strong partnership with the VA, and we value the historic site that we currently call home. But the location of this new building, near the New Brain Health Center, the Planned Neurology Hospital, and our clinical partners, creates unprecedented new opportunities for collaboration. I also want to acknowledge the talented design team for their incredible vision. As both an educator and a researcher, somewhere in the discussions I was asked if I wanted an office in each building. I said only one. What began as separate research and education buildings has been reimagined into a single unique space that reflects the dedicated and unified team of faculty and staff that seamlessly integrate education and scientific discovery. This new building is a testament to excellence and innovation. It is a promise in practice. Thank you for supporting this exciting new chapter for the USC School of Medicine, Columbia. As a neuroscientist, it's an amazing time to be at USC. Thank you.
All that sound in the background is the sound of growth and progress. So in many ways, it may be a bit distracting. Technically, it's music to our ears, so I'm going to find value in that noise, as it were. Thank you, Dr. Wilson. I want to invite Julia Thoppel, who is a candidate for the degree of Doctor of Medicine, this graduating class. Julia does not know where she's going to go and what specialty she's going to go in. She's waiting somewhat patiently, Julia, but we'll get a perspective from a current student who won't get the advantage of being in this new medical school, but she can tell you what she'd like to see and what she might expect, having spent the past 4 years at our present one. Julia Thoppel.
Hello, as Dean Harmon said, my name is Julia and I'm an M4 student. During my first semester here at USC School of Medicine, I asked my professor if I could take a minute before our 8 a.m. lecture to sing happy birthday to my roommate in front of the entire class. I thought that'd be the last time anyone at the school gave me a mic, because if there's one thing to know about me, I have a horrible singing voice. However, 3.5 years later, this groundbreaking ceremony is now one of the several times I've had the opportunity to speak on behalf of the students, faculty, education, and training here at the School of Medicine, Columbia. I attended undergrad here as an out-of-state student from Virginia, but I knew I'd be lucky to stay in Columbia for medical school if given the chance. Through prior clinical experiences, I knew we served a diverse and medically complex patient population, with countless opportunities to get involved in community service and research. What I didn't expect, but I benefited from greatly in my 4 years as a medical student, is the mentorship and support offered by every single person at the school. From day one, I have worked alongside people who see my potential, who push me to be my best, and lend a helping hand at every turn. They promote growth and inspire confidence, the kind that allows you to become a leader and an agent of change, or at least feel comfortable enough to sing in front of 100 people you've just met. Our professors and clinicians are intelligent, engaging, collaborative, and dynamic, and work hard to improve our curriculum and expand our clinical and research opportunities each year. A new state-of-the-art learning facility, combined with the existing innovative culture promoted by our administration and faculty, will bring even more opportunity to the School of Medicine in Columbia. Its proximity to our clinical partners and USC's main campus will benefit both undergraduate and medical students alike. Undergraduates interested in medicine will have better exposure and accessibility to our medical school, and preclinical students will have better exposure and accessibility to our clinical faculty, being able to build relationships with those faculty as early as their first year. Even though I won't be a student when these exciting changes come to fruition, I am honored to be a part of their unfolding. Thank you.
Thank you, Julia. And thank you again for all of our incredible speakers and honorees. Thank y'all very much. I'd like all of our speakers to join me as we gather officially to break ground for the new School of Medicine, Columbia. I'm going to use the microphone, and I want to thank everybody for joining us. We look forward to welcoming you to our new School of Medicine, Columbia, and our new Health Sciences campus in 2027. Forever to thee. Thank y'all all.